Whoa. What is this? 3 minutes ago. Whoa. This is a live event. Today we announced major changes to our CDL team agreements to create a stronger, more sustainable league.
Wait, what?
Let's read this out loud, shall we?
Yeah, let's zoom in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 170 of the OpTic Podcast, brought to you by Rocket Money Factor, BetterHelp, and Very Heal. And we'll tell you a little bit more about them later on in the podcast.
170 is insane.
170 episodes. And the second that I took my glasses off, I just got bombarded by these lights. You know what I feel like?
I don't even notice them anymore.
Nah?
No.
Dude, everything like becomes blue all of a sudden.
We have a watch party. We have like those for 7 hours, 8 hours. So it's like, this is nothing.
With me today, alongside me, my friends, my colleagues, we have my man, the legendary OpTic Formal, we have OpTic Methods, of course, OpTic Scump Jumper up in the building.
Yeah.
Where do we begin? I mean, did we do the last podcast that we did? We were in Italy, right? Scump was wearing the he's wearing the Juventus jersey right now.
Juve. Forza Juve.
Forza Juve. It's either you got it or you don't.
What are you laughing at? What are you wearing?
Legendary. Legendary Jerry.
Casualty.
Matt, on brand, wearing some OpTic stuff like yours truly. Just hanging out.
I can't wait to wear this. I mean, I planned out my fit on stream today. Gonna play some COD, you know.
I love that. Can I ask you a question? You asked the public to help you pick a premier team?
Yeah.
What have you decided?
No. How
about this?
Don't say West Ham.
Why not?
The Hammers?
Yeah, why not?
Blowing bubbles?
Can I you should watch a movie called Green Street
Hooligans. I know, I've seen it.
Watch it again. And then
Is that who it's about, West Ham?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. You should watch it again. It's fucking fire.
That's Shia LaBeouf, right?
No, it's Frodo.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
I got you on. That's the. I would just keep shooting that because I get you on it every time.
You do. For like 3 seconds, you had me right there. You had us in the first half.
Yeah.
I chose Liverpool.
You chose Liverpool.
Yeah.
Why? Is there a reason?
They said for some reason a lot of people from Jersey support Liverpool, and I didn't want to do Man City or Man U because they have like Man City.
I'm thinking Arsenal.
I didn't know Liverpool was as good as they were when I picked them.
It's a dope name. It's like I have an arsenal of missiles.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
I think Aston Villa's a sick name.
If you don't support
That's
any
cool
team,
name.
Yeah, that's me.
Huh?
I don't support any team.
Okay, but your friend that you've known for a long time.
Who's your team?
So West Ham United.
My team.
That's your team. That, ladies and gentlemen, is friendship.
People were talking about Newcastle up the tune. Don't even know what it means.
Okay, so because your friend is a fan of West Ham United, don't you want to be with your friend? Why do you want to be opposing me?
West Ham on the table's number 8, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
They're headed for rally.
We have yes, but we have a good story always. We always have a good story.
And also, well, this might be a spoiler, but Ted Lasso. Season 3, West Ham.
Season 3, West Ham. Nathan betrayed us, but he went to West Ham, and I wasn't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. West Ham, the colors are great, great story. All the other teams are cool, I guess. You know?
I don't really know who to pick.
Okay, exactly. Because you don't know who you pick, you should pick who your friend has picked.
I don't know where to begin.
You guys come to New Jersey August 3rd at MetLife. Barcelona versus Real Madrid.
Someone's going to tear an ACL. Hopefully not, but that stadium needs to work on their turf.
No way. There's no way they're going to make them play on that turf.
That turf is something else.
Wait, why?
I don't think those players will, because that turf takes out
Barkley,
players.
Daniel Jones. I mean, who? Rodgers. Took out Aaron Rodgers in 3 snaps.
Yeah.
Let's get that stadium.
Season.
Let's take a look at the turf, buddies.
Yeah, let's take a look at
the
it.
Turf.
All right, so me and Formal are official West Ham fans. I do hope that you guys see the light of day
You'll never walk alone, baby.
And see that you're like literally picking against your friend for no reason either.
You'll never walk alone.
Literally, you're just picking someone for no reason. You should pick West Ham because your friend that you've known for a long time has
hear
West
you.
Ham.
I'll consider it.
Let's move on. So he's considering it.
Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
She goes number 1 in the draft last night.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about, because of course they announced Indiana Fever, and then they put her 4-year salary on it. Her rookie contract's like $338,000 over 4 years, and people are just assholes. They're like, that's what I make, alcoholic, minimum degree. And then they're like, in college, she was making a shit ton of money because of the NIL deal.
Yeah.
So
How much was she getting in college?
300, right?
in college,
I think she was making some.
and
some
college
cheddar.
brand deals are just insane. So like she gets like, I'm kind of talking out of my ass, but she gets like jersey sales, and she gets like, she can accept deals a lot easier, I think.
3.4 million.
It's not. No. It's so
And those are never accurate, so you got to take that with a grain of salt.
yeah.
So here we go. NIL deals explained.
Let me
She
put
was
it to you-
making- she was making a good amount of money.
Let me put it to you like this: she's making what she deserves to be making, if not more. Okay. Secondly, what she is single-handedly, and I know that it's not a single sport. I know it's not tennis. I know it's teams. But what it like, the only reason I watched, and I'll preface this by saying, before all you little noob dweebs say, well, you don't support women's sports. I don't watch college fucking sports, male or female, period. But I did watch the finals. Every single time that she was playing, I made it a point to watch her shoot that thing. And she had it, right? So if there's a lot of people like me.
There's nothing wrong with watching because of her. There's nothing
No,
wrong
but
with that.
but I would never watch.
She brought eyes to the sport. It's
100%.
like, it's if anything, it's a good thing.
Everyone's going to
For the
benefit.
sport. Everyone's
going to benefit.
Raising a rising tide raises all shit.
Well, that's how
motherfuckers.
the WNBA actually grows, is like personalities like her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Her, Angel.
No, this is a jump start that,
Paige.
yeah.
Everyone's like, well, she's not getting paid enough because the revenue isn't there. But this is like the start of actual.
Exactly, yeah.
This
And
is the
look,
first time I've seen people
100.
talking about women's basketball this much ever.
ever.
And then yesterday I saw that, so you know, like players, you know, certain brands will like, you know, Gucci or Louis will dress the players for the draft. Prada dressed her, and it was their first ever time dressing a male or female for any draft, if I read that correctly. So
That's
she was the
crazy.
first ever Prada like
Yeah.
rep at a draft.
Yes. She wore all
So
Prada.
she's-
She had a full fit, because if it ain't a full fit, it's some bullshit. Head to toe. Shoes, Prada. Dress or skirt, Prada.
We got to talk about the Max Holloway
Tank top.
knockout.
Prada. Coat,
Okay.
Prada. Purse, Prada. From Nada to Prada.
Does that say?
Where?
If it's not from Prada,
The first time Prada
a
has dressed
nada.
anyone for the NBA.
me,
Oh,
dog.
sorry, not any draft. For the NBA or WNBA draft.
Okay,
That's
so how much
crazy,
is she
though.
making? That's where we started.
Her salary is like $338,000 over 4 years. That's like the
that's
rookie.
her salary.
that's
though.
like the rookie
in
contract,
brand
yeah.
deals and other shit.
So we'll get around 76,000 on the court. Seth, you get that like a month, dude. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so the thing is with her, because of how big her popularity is that she's gonna make that like somewhere. Right? She's gonna make that paper heavy.
She'll make it up.
Ice Cube offered her $5 million to go play in that in the big three, I think is what it's called.
Portnoy offered her $10 million to play in his rec Barstool league,
Yeah.
and I think he was being serious. That's fucking insane. dude.
Listen, Portnoy is he knows what the fuck he's going on. He makes paper. He knows how to make paper. So I mean, again,
that is kind of nuts to look at, though.
but
The amount of waves she made, but I feel like this is a standard rookie contract
It is.
for the WNBA, and that's where people don't realize that there is a maximum number that you can give, like in in most sports, like even in the NFL, their rookie contracts are heavily diluted. It's like that's just how it is.
yeah.
So
And I will say that although these figures are reflective of the period of time that we live in for the WNBA, these numbers are going to go up because there's going to be more sponsorship money that's going to come in here because of the interest that she has brought over to the table. So anytime any of those old school WNBA women that have played that are hating on her or saying that she ain't going to be shooting against this person, like she's coming to the big leagues now, all that hate needs to shut the fuck down, because they don't get to benefit from that unless they're commentators. But everybody else going forward from here on out, any female athlete that competes in the WNBA is going to have a better opportunity to make more serious cash guaranteed because of people like her.
yeah, it says rookies chosen from 9th to 12th spots receive $70,344. Second round picks start with a base salary of $67,249. So I think it's like that's just what it is.
And before somebody says, well, she's only playing basketball and that's way easier than me laying down concrete or me putting up shingles. There's no advertisement in putting down concrete, ladies and gentlemen. What? Wait, why are you making this seem
There's
like...
no advertisement in putting down concrete. Now, the entertainment industry is, it's always been fucked.
Yeah, entertainment industry will always be everything to everyone. It's escapism is your ability to forget about your life for a short period of time while watching and consuming or anything. That it's always been like that. It will always be like that. So,
you see the Holloway knockout?
It's like, I'm not going to make that joke.
with that said, let's talk about my man Max motherfucking
Dude.
Holloway.
This is cold.
The coldest.
I've never seen this in my
the
life.
coldest.
I was explaining to my stream. I'm a casual UFC fan, but I know a decent amount. What he did is like 5-5 champs. You have a guaranteed 1v1 win playing time. You shoot your gun in the air and look for the gunfight.
Yeah.
When you have a guaranteed win. He literally had a guaranteed win. He pointed to the center of the ring and just said, let's just fucking wail at each other.
Yeah.
And knocked them out.
And knocked him out.
That is
and
insane.
that could have easily been on the other side. Like this, you know, I mean, obviously, like he's a fucking machine. One of the best to ever do it. Look at this.
Nah, he had him. He had him though. Look how tired the other guy looks.
Oh.
Well, apparently
lights
Gaethje,
out.
his nose was just screwed from the beginning. He like broke his nose, and ever since
Oh, lights out.
then, dude, he was
lights
down
out.
for a while too. Like when you were watching, he was down for like a minute.
Damn, so his nose was broken and he got hit like that again on it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, pause this. Look at this, okay? Monster is the energy drink sponsor for this fight. Black Rifle Coffee Company is the official coffee drink, another drink. And then I think I just saw Prime.
You see steak there,
Steak, UFC 300.
Budweiser.
Budweiser is
every
the official
sponsor in the
beer.
book.
Every category, coffee, beer,
What-
energy drink.
What I'm pointing towards right now, though, is like esports is not there yet, right? Esports right now, you have a drink, and the majority of the time they fucking say nothing else, right? So just pointing that out from a business but Black Rifle, shout out Black Rifle Company. That's look at Prime. Anyway,
Budweiser and Bud Light.
yeah, but I think they're like both.
That's actually
like
crazy.
fall into the same
Budweiser
thing?
and
Yeah.
Bud Light,
Oh my god, bro!
coffee company
look-
and Monster.
Dude, yeah, Max, I know you sometimes watch. If you're ever in Dallas, please come on the podcast. We'd love to ask you some questions. That is insane. What one of the best. The fact that he's come meet me in the middle.
Yeah, it goes
Let's
hard.
fucking lights out. He earned that $600,000 fight
Yeah,
bonus.
that was some dope shit.
I was
Yeah.
also watching and I was thinking about how good of a commentator Joe Rogan is, because everyone talks about his podcast, but like actually listening to him commentate, like that guy's actually one of the best in the business.
Period.
Just like the actual knowledge he has on fighting.
Hey, have you stopped like you just said that you're like a more like a casual watcher of MMA, which
Yeah.
I feel I am also, but it never started out like that. Like when I was 13 years old, when I first moved to the United States, my cousin Jose, he and I used to watch when UFC 1 came out. We watched that live and watched Royce Gracie, win that. And we saw like that big old, like big, tall, black dude, fat motherfucker fight the like a smaller dude, and they were elbowing each other while this dude put him in a crucifix and was elbowing his fucking face, like when there were literally no rules. No, I think biting was like the only rule. And then I watched UFC all the way through every single one of the Ultimate Fighting, the Ultimate Fighter shows. You remember those?
Yeah.
What year is that? 1993, Matt?
Elijah Faber and them.
Yeah, remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
McGregor
I
would
watched-
come in on him.
Yeah, so I watched 1993. Yeah, so I watched all of that up until, and then all of a sudden when they started to fight every weekend, I think like that's when I started to sort of like start to back away from being as big of a fan as I was. But like there was a period in time in where I could honestly say that I watched everything since 1993 all the way till when they started releasing them. Like there's a fight every week now, I think, or something.
I'm not sure
Feels like it.
the big cards I feel like are like once a month or once every 3 weeks or something.
Yeah.
Like in June there's some big fights. It might be July actually. McGregor's fighting Chandler.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
I'll be watching that.
Costa's fighting Strickland in June, I think.
We'll be watching that. Seth's basement, grill on.
I sure hope.
Dude, okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I would love to have people over, but when the fuck are you gonna host?
Okay, I'll host that one.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
There you go.
Tacos.
When is it?
The last time you've hosted.
When is it?
dude, it has been
The last time you've
years.
hosted
3
is
years,
2018.
The dogs are now like
Half a
no longer
decade.
teenagers.
2018 is the last time you hosted, I'm pretty sure.
Keep
it was
them
when I was on
inside.
the, I was
No,
on the
they're
OpTic
good. They're
Pod
good now.
team.
They're old. All right, hold on. I'm putting it on my calendar right now. When's that fight, Matt?
Wait, McGregor is July.
It's been 5 years.
July what? May, June, July.
I think June is Strickland
Matt's bringing it
Costa,
up right
and
now.
then July is
okay,
McGregor.
hold everything. Can we? It's been 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You have a beautiful home,
Gorgeous.
fit for hosting.
Gorgeous.
Fist.
Tacos.
Fit, like, perfectly.
Fit for hosting.
Turf in the back.
And I feel like
Get
since I moved
sanitized.
in, you
Get
just kind of
sanitized.
pushed your responsibilities onto me, and I.
You got to be careful back there, though, with the turf. It's like MetLife when you're hammered. One wrong move.
It is June 29th.
Oh, we will not be in town.
We will not be in town. All right. Well, there goes the 1 year that we were going to host.
No, you can host Strickland
I-
Costa.
well,
That's the
listen.
day before my birthday. Oh,
So we're watching it.
Oh, we have to.
We'll watch that somewhere.
Oh, the day before my birthday.
Dude, we got to find somewhere ahead of time. Listen, we're going to wait until it's too late to have this conversation. Okay? So somebody needs to start on that shit right now. It ain't going to be me.
I'll be honest. I'm also on the Clippers Mavs stuff.
Yes.
I'm not going to let anybody forget that.
I like that.
Clippers.
Clippers Mavs.
Playoffs.
First round of playoffs.
We're
We
going
got to
a
go to
game.
that.
Absolutely.
Sweet on the company.
Formal.
Hmm.
Welcome to the podcast.
Good.
What did you watch the fight?
Yeah, said it was cold. It was cold.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so let's look at some of these topics that we have right here.
Fallout releases. Esports
Oh.
World Cup giving out $60 million in prizing.
To who?
Is there a
What
Call of
that
Duty
for?
event there? I know Fortnite has like
Well,
the
no,
big event there.
I did a thing with them. It's a bunch of games. It's like 10 games. Apex, Counter-Strike, Dota, EA Sports, Fortnite, Free Fire.
Is
Honor
MLB
of
The Show on
Kings,
there?
League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang.
Because I'm grinding.
That one. Read the following one.
Where?
Call of Duty is not in it.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you kidding me?
More titles will be announced soon, they say.
Yeah, that's fair. At the end, it does say more titles will be announced soon.
We need a Call of Duty show match. Old heads versus new gen.
Which
60
one
million.
would you consider yourself in? Wait, are you invited to this thing? Like who picks
probably,
them?
Probably not. I hope
Who
to be,
picks
but-
them?
Well,
I don't
old
know.
heads.
Halo's
I mean,
not in there.
What's the cutoff age?
Well, no. I saw there was a post saying if me, Scump, Octane, and Havoc could compete with some of these CDL teams. So I think they make it happen. Me, Octane, you, and Havoc versus the worst placed CDL team, and we just fucking smack them around for $1 million.
With a couple weeks
What's
of
funny?
practice, I feel like
What?
we could.
What's funny?
No, just like the confidence. I like it.
You shaking your
Some
head?
of these teams are terrible.
You shaking that head over
Who's
there?
the worst team?
It depends on the day.
Who do you think it is today?
There was
There's a
roster
couple
changes.
stinkies.
Here,
Like
listen.
who?
I don't know. Boston's technically in last. I'm not sure if I'd consider them the worst team though.
Yeah, they're Boston's in
they
last.
just choke
Who's on
surges.
Boston right now?
It was Slasher, Snoopy, Priesta.
They just dropped Slasher and Asim.
Yeah,
They
Now
dropped
it's-
them? Where do they go?
But they had Capsule at the start of the year.
Asim's
They
going to
dropped
Vegas
Cap,
now.
They
got
dropped
Asim.
Slasher?
Huh?
Yeah, it's
They dropped
crazy.
Slasher.
Slasher
Where's
just
Slasher
got
going?
dropped for
Slasher's
Beans.
going nowhere right now.
For
No.
Beans.
Well, the issue
And
is
they just
some of
lost
these
a game
orgs
5 to
just
Miami.
simply suck. Like LAG is a shitty org now. I mean, they didn't even want to field a roster. I mean, I don't care. The players that
Hey,
can't
they're
even
still
make a
seventh?
roster change. Like, well, because they're actually solid on LAN, but like online they just can't get wins.
Boston's got back-to-back.
Are they still in
12s.
LA?
Huh?
Yeah.
Are they still playing from LA?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or,
They're getting
wait, no,
home.
I heard the 3 of them are in Texas.
Actually, no. But in an interview on LAN, one of them said like we have an awful split.
If there's
It's just
3 in
crazy. How
Texas-
LAG went from like an org that everybody wanted to play for a little bit. Everyone's like,
Is that a fact?
yeah, because they were throwing around cash and, and they were pitching this like big, what is it, SoFi Stadium that they own?
Yeah.
There's like they were building like a big esports arena next to it with like a big apartment
Oh, yeah, I
complex and
remember
shit. So all these players were like really wanting to go there, and now it seems like they kind of just gave up on COD. But it's actually crazy because they were like,
Well, I mean, they give the guard is no longer there, so they didn't
Yeah.
just give up. I mean, at least they're fighting. You
Dude,
know,
someone in my chat said Miami Heretics haven't won a map on LAN.
not a single map,
0 and
Even at their
12.
own LAN?
0 and 12.
even at their own LAN, 0-6.
Holy
0
fuck.
and 12. Well, 0-6 at their own land.
That
but 0-12
sucks.
total.
Thieves are good now. I think Thieves should bust into the top 8.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think,
they're only one win away from doing
Thieves.
that.
I feel like at the end of the year, I'm worried for Boston. I'm not sure if they'll get it done. I feel like
Don't they got Snoopy?
Snoopy's
Snoopy
really
played-
good.
Snoopy had a great series in their last one,
Snoopy's
but they still
talented.
lost.
I think Rocker should be okay with. They just had a gunless and Lins. Came out yesterday that Vegas is replacing Purge with Asim,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of like the biggest move because Vegas is probably a 5th, 6th best team right now. So they're kind of, I would say it's kind of a risk. I think Asim's like more slang power, but Purge had some pretty good comms, but we'll see. I'm not sure if that's going to catapult them in top 4. I feel like that's, if anything, that's going to solidify 5th form, maybe 6th. So I don't know.
That's the name of the game right now. The top 4 are just insane.
We need the new guns next year to all hop on a team together. Like we need Gwyn and Lins to be on the same team with a good AR. That way there's actually some like,
Some comp.
yeah, I mean,
Well, we don't
hopefully.
know what the next game looks like either because this game is like a Cold War.
Goal
type skill
4,
gap.
Krieg is back?
It's back.
Apparently.
Oh well, let's go see those leaks, Matt Craig. Come on now.
Let's see him.
Right there, boom.
Black Ops Go.
See this gives me Cold War vibes though.
Yeah,
Which I
all
fuck
4
with.
weapons.
The Krieg C, M16, M4S. Let's see. Let's early predict what the best AR is going to be. I'm
Hopefully
saying
the Krieg.
M4S.
Hopefully the Krieg, man. The Cold War Krieg is one of my favorite guns ever to use competitively.
Actually, the R2 might that just sounds pretty gnarly.
Now, do you watch COD at all anymore? Like, if there's
Yeah,
a major, like
when
when
they
you watch
play.
like a big match, yeah.
When OpTic plays, I'll watch. Not
That's
really.
I was
anytime,
talking to
actually.
Slacked and Apathy too. They were like, yeah, we'll watch like majors, but like we're not gonna watch the online qualifiers.
I mean, there's a lot of them.
Too much.
Yeah, people that are watching the qualifiers, they just love watching Call of Duty, and that's great. But majors are where
Wait, they have a ninja skin?
no,
Oh,
it's
ninja.
a perk.
Yo, what do you guys? How do you guys feel about? Never mind.
I mean, I see like this leak. This does nothing for me because it's all a bunch of the same. Like, I'll take a look at the kill streaks.
Wait, what is this? Leak
RCXD,
backups?
spy plane, honeypot, whatever the fuck that means. What
It's
do you
all
dip your
maps.
balls in it? Counter spy plane, Grim Reaper, chopper gunner.
gas strike. What do you do? Fart?
Yeah, right. Okay,
Dude.
that's actually okay. So there is a nuke. Okay, fuck yeah. So okay, this has potential already. Treyarch, you gotta save us.
No, Treyarch can be trusted.
Treyarch.
I think we're good with Treyarch
You gotta
Why?
save us.
Why do you say that?
because I think their maps have always been the best. I feel like they've never strayed away from like the Call of Duty basics. Like never once have you had to question red dots or dead silence or anything with Treyarch.
That's right.
So competitively, they always made the best games.
I just
And
wanted
that-
to
and
make sure that
that's-
you articulated it why, and it wasn't just like a.
Oh yeah, no.
Vonderhaar used to be there, and we fucked with him.
I mean, they just. It feels like I feel like them and Sledge more than Infinity Ward are just way more.
Well, the last product that Treyarch put out was Cold War, and Cold War
The best game in the
is
past 5 years.
unanimously the best CDL era Call of Duty we've had. And this just Gulf War. I mean, you might as well call it Cold. You might as well call it Cold War 2.
yeah.
You know.
I will say.
I hope it's 150 HP, same as Cold War, and I hope the time to kill is the same, and I hope the maps are.
We need some good
Just-
maps, and I'd be okay with them bringing back a couple because those are good competitive maps. Like if you bring back 2 of the Cold War maps, and then the rest of the comp map set is like new maps, I think that'd be ideal.
Sure.
Because Cold War are good maps.
Yeah.
Surely.
Besides Miami.
Were there like Black Ops 2 maps though? There's like Raid,
Oh,
Standoff.
yeah, no, Raid was good.
We played Raid like every series. I felt like.
I liked.
Cold War.
Good map.
It's great.
I actually liked Garrison.
Gary?
I like Garrison. What else
Garrison,
was
I
there?
love Garrison.
Garrison,
Yeah,
I didn't mind Moscow. I think
Moscow's good.
That was a solid hardpoint map.
Moscow's good.
Moscow could have been
Moscow was actually a good map for all game modes.
Checkmate was fun. Just square.
checkmate in the
Oh, yeah,
the
dude,
plane.
Dude, Checkmate was actually fun.
It was really
just
fun.
for search, it was
We loved it.
one bomb site was not viable, but like for hardpoint, that was a great map.
What is this? Are these all of the Call of Duty maps ever?
These are Cold War
Pub
maps.
stuff though.
Wait,
Pub
how many
maps.
fucking maps were there?
Pubs maps. Though.
There's a lot of fucking
That
maps.
is a lot of maps.
What?
Where did all those come from? Those must be DLC.
Zoo outbreak.
what the fuck is that?
You just see a rhino just
Like a zombie rhino.
yeah, something. Yeah, I'm hype. I mean, just hearing Gulf War Treyarch just gives me hope. Not that this year's bad either. This year's actually this year's a solid game.
Yes.
So I'm not saying save us in the fact that I think this year is a solid game. I think the mechanics of this game are very good. I just think the nostalgia, like we predicted, of the MW2 maps is just slowly. It's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. It's like,
Well, no, the MW2 maps, some just aren't good, and we're forced to
that too.
play them because,
Yeah.
like, nostalgia can only bring you so far. We were also playing CTF and Search only back then, and Demolition. Now it's like, okay, here are these maps. You have to make Hardpoint and whatever work on them. And, dude, if you played those maps 15 years ago, you got about 3 weeks before you're like, I'm tired of looking at this map again. Sub-base Hardpoint? Sub-base wasn't played back then. Now you have sub-base Hardpoint. So it all comes down to maps. But also, it also falls in the league. Whatever, if CDL is still a thing, who the hell knows? But it needs to be like a perfect release. Like they need to have tournaments early with the teams because every year we bottle it. We get this influx of viewership. I feel like I'm fucking shouting into the void every time I say it. Influx of viewership and we do nothing with it. There's just nothing. For 3 months, it's just gone. It dissipates. Warzone drops. All the viewers that were on multiplayer go to Warzone. It's done.
yeah,
So it needs to be like, okay, yo, let's. Like I was talking to. I was scrolling and I was seeing that everyone's like, I miss waking up to the 2K streams. Where you could watch OpTic or FaZe or whoever just play the 2K online tournaments. Goes so far, man. Hopefully.
You just knew that you were going to, like, that was what you always had that as a backup. It was like, what's going on Saturdays? Oh, I can just stay in and watch this thing. There's going to be this, it's going to start at 12 and it's going to end at 12. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody knew what their Saturday was going to be like.
if 2Ks and 5Ks come back, I will fucking bust.
It's just such a better model
It's
because.
not gonna happen though.
I mean,
And I won't be playing in them. I will be strictly watching.
This is obvious, but like tournaments just go qualifiers. You know, if you're watching the 11th and best, like if you're looking at a schedule and you're watching the 11th and 12th best team play, you're like, or 11th and 12th team, maybe I'm not going to watch that one. If a tournament starts on Friday and every team's in it, you're okay to watch 11 versus 12 if the winner of that is playing OpTic or New York or like, because every match has actual incentive to watch. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean,
Qualifier model
sucks. You're just saying the league. Yeah, you're saying league matches suck.
Awful.
Which, see, I disagree because I think it's nice to have more COD to watch through that, but there's definitely a better model. Like there should be more COD to watch that's not a league model, and then go to tournaments, like 2Ks, 5Ks, like exactly what you're saying. But for right now, imagine if there wasn't that model. Imagine if it was the model that originally came out and it was the World Tour. Like, that would have been terrible. Yeah, people look at that and they're like, oh, that would have been dope. You get to see all these teams and all these cities, but like, there would have been so like little matches, and it was, I don't know.
No offense to anyone.
What do you mean? We're not trying to offend anyone.
No, I'm about to.
Oh,
I'm about to not offend anyone. But originally, there was going to be three teams were going to fly into a home stand, right? So pick the bottom four. You guys picked yourselves. Open up the bottom four. All right, who's going to go watch? Oh, LA Thieves is there. People go there because of Matt. But let's say replace LA Thieves with Miami Heretics. How many people do you think are going to show up to those events to watch those? Just to watch those 4 people. So they're thinking that that only local people were going to show up because no one's going to fly 4 hours to get, from LA to Boston, 6 hours to watch one match and then go back, right? It had to be us, me and Stro, saying, let's not do it like that, and them believing extended the life of what we're currently experiencing right now. Because if we would have let it go through the way that it was.
but is that a good thing that it extended the life?
I guess we'll never know, Seth. I guess we'll never know.
It's been a long, drawn-out life.
It is. It has been. It has
been drawn out.
What sucks about it is it keeps getting worse. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
I hear you, partner. I hear you.
Disappointing.
Yeah. But, I mean, on a brighter note, very excited for Gulf War. I think it has potential. I think it has legs. If it's like Cold War, we could be in for a great year. We need original maps. We got to stop this recycling. We need original good maps. And I feel like Treyarch out of the studios right now has the best chance to deliver that. Because gunplay mechanics, usually they're always fine. It's Call of Duty. How much can really change within that? We need dead silence, red dots. Gunplay is always going to be gunplay. It's COD. We need maps. Need good maps that are tailored. Maybe not tailored. I'm not too competitive.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maps that are made with competitive in mind.
Not even that. Because, like, did they ever say, like, back in the day, if the Black Ops 2 maps had competitive in mind? I doubt they did. They just made good maps, and they ended up working for
Yeah, but
competitive.
for some reason, they've gotten worse and worse. Like, all the original maps aren't anywhere close to what the old school maps were. They used to make good maps, and now it's like you're lucky to get one or two solid maps, at least competitively,
I hear you, brother.
in new-gen games.
Ladies and gentlemen, pardon the interruption. Really quickly, let me tell you a little bit about Very Heal. If you've been feeling a little achy and tense from all your recent rank grind or working out, veryheal.com is committed to help you access the medical cannabis you need with ease. And if you are in a state that allows it, do try that Pine Park. The Very Heal platform is super simple to use. Just sign up, talk to a doctor, get approved, and that's pretty much it. Before you queue your next match, the MMMJ card will be on its way, unlocking exclusive access to limitless resources and serious savings, all from the comfort of your home. Ready to get started? Visit veryheal.com/optic. That's all lowercase, and there'll be a link in the description, but that is VERIHEAL.com, OPTIC, for $30 off your first medical cannabis card. Veryheal.com makes relief easy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about Rocket Money. Did you know that 75% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about? I sure as hell do. I was paying for 2 Netflix accounts. For me personally, one for the Hex Quarters and one for me at home, on top of what Jude and Liv use. That is not good. And that's where Rocket Money came in, because before I started using Rocket Money, I thought I had about, call it 12 subscriptions. It's not true. I couldn't believe when they showed me that I was paying for I'm going to tell you the truth honest right here. 23. One was this workout application. One was this photo editing app. Like, it was all over the place. Right? And it's never ending. Thanks to Rocket Money, I'm no longer wasting money on the ones that I forgot about. So to wrap it all up in a nice little bow for you, Rocket Money is a personal finance application that finds and cancels all your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and it helps you lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users that has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things that you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/optic. Link will be in the description. Make it easy for you. That's rocketmoney.com/optic, rocketmoney.com/optic. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a little bit about Factor. I have been eating Factor. My weight has been dropping off. I've been 203 for the better part of 2 weeks. Yeah. Even after I went to Italy and ate what I ate, because the second that I got back into my routine. So, eat stress-free this spring with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every fresh, and I mean this, every fresh, never frozen meal is chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. I like to do 2:30 because I like my food blazing hot. All you got to do is pop the little things on the top, the plastic, pop, let the steam escape. No explosions in the microwave. Choose from a weekly menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or Vegan and Veggie. Also discover more than 60 add-ons every single week, like breakfast, on-the-go lunch, snacks, and beverages to help you stay tuned and feel good all day long. What are you waiting for? Get started today. Fuel up for your springtime goals. It's tailored to your schedule. You customize your weekly meals with the flexibility to get as much or as little as you need. Pause or reschedule deliveries to suit your lifestyle. I actually use that feature because I was getting 7 meals a week, and now I'm only getting 3.5 because I've been traveling a lot and I continue to travel. So that's why I lowered it. But you can't pause it. You can't reduce it. It's really easy to use, really easy to do. I did it myself. Factor is your solution for fast premium meals without the need for cooking. And right now, if you head over to factormeals.com/optic50 and use code optic50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off of your next box. That's code optic50 at factormeals.com/optic50. Link will be in the description to make it super easy. So all you have to focus is on using code optic50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box while your subscription is active. This show episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. How's your social battery right now? Me, I'm kind of drained. I've been traveling a lot, hanging a lot with my friends and also with family, and I have had little to no time to myself to create my artwork, to work on my projects, the projects that I need to truly live a healthy, healthy life. It can be easy to ignore your social battery and spread ourselves very thin, especially with social gatherings picking up after the winter. What's the right amount of socializing for you? I don't know what the right of socializing is for me, but I do feel drained sometimes. Therapy can give you the self-awareness to build a social life that doesn't drain your battery. If you're thinking of starting therapy, get BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched up with a licensed therapist and switch therapist at any time for no additional charge. If you find yourself your social sweet spot with BetterHelp, go to betterhelp.com/optic today to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/optic. A link will be in the description down below for you, to make it easier on you so you can get help as soon as possible. It does help. Do seek it if you need it. We'll see you next week.
I hear you.
Are you guys watching Fallout?
Yes.
Have not.
I've only seen
I'm
one.
like 5 episodes in, and I love it.
Did they release all the
Yep.
episodes?
All 8.
On what?
Prime.
I watched episode 1.
Really?
It's great.
Is it?
Hector's Day has just been solidified,
Yeah.
and it's good. Yeah,
well,
it's
no.
good.
Today we're watching Dune 2. It came out on home theaters.
Really? No, nice.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
I saw a picture, dude.
Whoa! When is this? 3 minutes ago. This is a live
Whoa.
event. Today we announced major changes to our CDL team agreements to create a stronger, more sustainable league.
Wait, what?
Let's read this out loud, shall we?
Yeah, let's zoom in here.
Hi, everyone. It's been some time since my last community update. Who's this talking?
Probably Daniel. Yep.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is live. We just got it in. Over the past 5 seasons, the Call of Duty League, its teams have learned a great deal. Let me put these on. Yeah, way better. Teams have learned a great deal about evolving our business models in esports and its challenges. We have taken Matt. Don't move it until we have taken these learnings and together with our CDL teams made changes to create a stronger, more sustainable league. In the past, the league implemented various stations to alleviate some of the challenges for the teams. These include providing financial relief during COVID-19 to fund player salaries and benefits, pausing franchise fee payments, providing funding for team-hosted events, guaranteeing revenue to teams, and creating in-game team bundles. While the Call of Duty League's popularity continues to grow, evident by this past season where we saw the highest viewership history. Well, let's be real with that. Let's talk truth here. Should we talk truth here?
I
know what you're gonna say.
We all know why viewership has been the highest it's ever been.
Those watch parties be going fucking crazy.
Those watch parties be going fucking crazy. We are redoubling efforts on the business to ensure the success of the longevity of competitive Call of Duty. And record-breaking attendance in our in-person events.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, hold on that one.
Number 1, outstanding entry fees will be eliminated, and any fees previously collected from teams will be returned in full. Does that mean they're getting completely? That means the buy-in that was initial is now it's free.
Can you imagine a world in which you are told to make a decision based on something, and then what happened here? What is
fucking insane.
What's number 1 say again?
It's insane.
So all entry fees will be done, and any fees previously paid will be returned.
Yeah,
Mailbag?
yeah. So everybody. So let's. Look.
That was a good
It's
debut.
insane.
Oh man. Teams will earn increased revenue tied to the sale of in-game merchandise, example, merchandise, and now the Champs bundle as well. Now the Champs bundle as well. We know how meaningful in-game bundles can be for our teams, and we want to make sure that they have increased ability to drive their own financial success now. Recognizing that hosting large-scale events are vital to teams in the CDL community, we will increase existing events subsidy amounts for team organizing live in-person events such as majors, opens, and champs. Teams will receive a 2-year minimum guarantee of revenue so that they can continue to invest in Call of Duty League with more peace of mind. Esports is where many Call of Duty's community engage with the franchise and the players that have the opportunity to turn their duty into passion. Call of Duty will continue to be a thriving CDL 4. I want to thank the. All right, that's it.
Wow. So more money for teams when they throw actual in-person events. More revenue.
I'd like to know how
on team packs and champs packs.
No, how?
I'm assuming if, let's say, OpTic wanted to host a major, they would give you more money to help throw it. Is what I'm reading.
Yeah, but he's saying how.
Oh, how what?
How do they do that?
All right, so let's
I don't know what you mean.
How do they? Where's that money coming from, Zen?
the one that I want to put the one that I have a question on.
I don't know.
The one that I have a question on is like outstanding entry fees will be eliminated. So
if you paid $5 million, you just get it back.
And fees previously collected from teams will be returned in full.
So it sounds like the $25 million buy-in is turned into a $0 buy-in, and any fee paid is returned?
Yes, that's interesting. That's interesting that they would do that.
Very interesting.
Because some people made like business decisions based on the fact that they had to pay X amount, but now that X amount is no longer there, they just expect people to no longer have. Well, I don't get that.
That's definitely interesting.
I don't get that. All right, so number 2. The increased revenue tied to sale of their in-game merchandise, team bundles, and now Champs bundle as well. We know how meaningful in-game bundles can be for teams. Yeah. I have a lot to say on every single one of these fucking 4 bullet points, formal, as you can imagine. Okay. So
is it good or bad? Is it all good or bad?
I mean, it's good.
It's all great, but it's also, it kind of screws.
It's good, but it never had to be this.
It kind of screws people over that already made decisions based on some of these things.
It's been 5 years.
It's better late than never, but.
Has it been 5 years?
Number 1's crazy.
Number 1's crazy.
Number 1's crazy.
2019, Cold
Number 2
War.
is great. Number 2, no one would ever complain about.
This is the 5th season? Yeah, so.
Yeah, 5 years.
So this being the 5th season. So
number 3, I guess, assuming Carolina pulled out of the major due to the price it cost, I actually have no idea. I'm assuming number 3 tries to help and make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, so the CDL teams have to pay to host the event. There was still a subsidy given, right? But it just wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't
correct.
Obviously, they're increasing that amount for reasons, but the CDL teams had to pay out of pocket for venue and all that shit, right?
Right.
I don't understand
and advertising.
I don't understand number 4. Teams will receive a 2-year minimum guarantee of revenue. Does that mean teams can leave the league or more teams will come in? Because the 2-year guarantee especially means, let's say Seattle, for example, starting today, gets a 2-year minimum guarantee of revenue. The only time you need a 2-year minimum guarantee is if there's an exit plan for teams, no? Does that make sense? Why would you need a 2-year minimum guarantee and less teams could leave or more teams can come in? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that means that there must be an exit plan for some teams. Or at least that's what that makes it seem like, I feel like.
Well, I mean, already number 1 clearly states that there could be exit plans. They're giving everyone's money back. That is number 1. If you want to dip, now's your time. You're getting all your fucking money back.
Or it could...
Well,
that could be the bargaining chip to keep teams in.
So they're getting. Listen, let's be real here, okay? Seth's right. Some people are getting the money that they put in for those fees, right? For the fees, for the 27.5 that it cost. But for 5 years,
the money that was put in from the businesses already to keep this thing afloat is not going to be given back.
That's not given back.
Oh, yeah,
so all the marketing, all the travel, all the salaries, everything that goes into operating a business like this, that money is just ether. It's gone. So look, I mean, the only thing that I can say positive about this thing is that, man, at least they're doing something with a very, very flawed system that they created for themselves, right? In one in which everybody that worked on this thing since the time of 2005 and forward, Call of Duty 2 going forward, anybody that has come, all the originals, all the original organizations that put time, effort, and money behind building Call of Duty 2 where it was so thriving that Call of Duty themselves decided, man, this is just popping right now. We need to grab a hold of this thing so that we can control how this thing is done going forward. And the first order of business is that we're going to turn this into a sport. There's going to be home events in which some people are going to travel the entire world on they got to pay for it, but they're going to have to travel the whole world, where 4 people are going to play for what is that? 2 matches a day. How many hours is that?
Well, no, there were going to be multiple teams at the event.
Yes, 4 teams.
4 teams per event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, round robin.
You were saying 4 players.
No, 4 teams. 4 teams.
Yeah, that was
round robin, right? You get to play that. So anyway, this was.
Wait, what did you just say?
So originally they were supposed to have, like, we would hold an event, right? Like the Huntsman, the Chicago Huntsman held an event, and we invited 3 teams to come out, or the league would. So 3 teams would come visit. We would play a round robin, and then everybody went home.
That was like an event?
It was a 1-day event.
Yeah,
it was like every week or every 2 weeks or something, right?
So it was fucking crazy.
It was basically it was just way too premature. It was trying to force a model that wasn't proven. I mean, you don't have local fans in every fucking state and city. Could you imagine going to Paris and trying to host an event?
Nah, Paris might be lit because, like, Paris, they don't get events very often, so the Parisians probably would have been jumping on that shit.
You know what I mean?
They would have been saying
Carolina.
I also said
Seattle.
Stro and I raised our hands. We were like, "Hey, you, fucking London and Paris. You guys realize that what they're saying doesn't make sense, right? Like, you're not going to be able to practice against. You can't have a home team. You're not going to be able to play."
Oh yeah, they were actually in their home market.
We figured out a way to make it as though they're playing on the same ping. And me as a Call of Duty player for over fucking 14 years, I thought to myself, I'm like, hey guys, that's not gonna work, right? I'm like, you guys should consider what you're saying, because that's not gonna work.
You're saying the teams that were actually at these events wouldn't be able to practice because all the other teams, like, say they're in. But if it's a U.S. tour, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, if you're playing from New York to L.A.
No, because you were supposed to live in Paris if you played for Paris.
Yeah, I remember that.
You were supposed to live in Paris.
Oh, yeah.
And then you were supposed to live in London. So
That
London and Paris can practice
I didn't
against
know
each
they had
other.
to live there.
Yeah. Anyway, it's, you know what, man? Rest in peace. Because the last 5 years have been infuriating.
Does this help, though? Does this help you at all?
Me?
Does this make you happy at all?
No, dude.
No?
No, I made certain decisions. They made me make certain decisions on the back of entry fees, and now they're eliminated. So those entry fees are eliminated, yet I'm in a position that I wouldn't be in if
I get that.
if my good, hard-earned, cold motherfucking cash would have been accepted.
I just think all, like, the COD, like, sheep are gonna read that first line and just think, like, oh, W for the CDL, you know.
I mean,
They're not gonna think about anything you just said.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, it's a W for every fucking.
You call them COD sheep?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, some people, like,
the good thing here is that you're stopping the bleeding and giving some reparations, but the sweat, the blood, the tears, the fucking money was spent for 5 years.
Looks like a mix of, like,
and it's gone downhill.
It's a solid announcement, but it also looks like panic. Like, it looks like we need to fucking really. That's a drastic move to eliminate the entire entry fee. They didn't decrease it to like $5 million. They said it's completely gone. That is like, it's good, but it looks like a panic move.
Like, holy shit. Judgment Day.
Like, we need to keep teams in.
Spinet's gone live.
Yeah, the thing is like, now what? Now what? To increase, so, like, what is the plan now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
ideally, from like a competitive player perspective, ideally this means it's a lot more easier for expansion. 4 more teams can come in. You have a 16-team league. You go back to the prior model of 4 pools of 4, or whatever it may be. Kind of like how Halo has partnered teams, right? But you can still make it through open bracket to play against the pros. That
it's
kind
like
of
MLG Day still. It's like the only, like, good thing about Halo right now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We got to see. This is the thing with this, right? To unwind something that was so obviously flawed. What's next, right? There has to be a next. Okay, so if this thing as we know it is no longer a thing, what is next? What is 2025? What season 2025 look like?
That is going to be
because we're 90 days away from champs, are we not? Something like that.
Are you?
Yeah,
90 days away.
If they're really serious, like, if they're really trying to make Call of Duty esports big, you throw as many events as possible, and you have obviously like online 2Ks and 5Ks that determine seeding before LAN events.
Yeah. But
2Ks
not
and
yeah.
5Ks aren't coming back.
Huh?
Those aren't coming back. 2Ks and 5Ks?
Yeah.
Well, just like online tournaments on weekends
that
instead
is
of qualifying
the
matches.
The CDL doesn't let you play like tournaments like that. Like you have to get permission from them to play. Like if you wanted to play FaZe versus OpTic, you have to get permission from the league to host a tournament like
Isn't
that.
that what they're doing like every weekend right now? You guys are watch partying? Like a 2K,
Well, yeah,
5K type of thing, but it's just show matches for points?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like the early like season tournaments, like 2Ks, 5Ks, because
Yeah.
those are like early season tournaments. Like halfway through the
play-ins, yeah.
season, nobody gives a fuck about like the pro points anymore. You're
'Cause
just
the
playing
LAN
for
points are
practice.
just like so much, yeah.
But like at the start of the year, you have to like get permission, and most of the tournaments are like content creator tournaments, or
Yeah.
like 2 pros from each team can play with another 2 pros from each team, but you can never play like a full pro tournament.
There needs to be like 6 to 8 events, in my opinion, minimum. Like think about back when we had like, I mean, now it's all one organizer. We lost UMG, we lost UGC, we lost all the other
MLG.
non-MLG sanctioned events. I'm sort
When
of
did we lose that?
like UMG and UGC
When,
and
when
them.
did that stop?
I don't even remember
In
exactly.
2019
When did we lose
Around
UMG?
then, yeah.
it
Was
it's
there
They stopped
UMG?
paying out players and then kind of killed their own website.
UMG?
Yeah.
Was it
They still owe me
2017?
money
Was there
for
UMG
sure.
events in IW? No, right?
No.
Black Ops 3? It probably stopped in AW, after AW.
AW, I know there were for sure.
Yeah, there were-
Where
I
there was
can
some
tell
in
you-
UMG.
listen.
I swear there was some in IW. I think me and TJ played 2v2s.
Maybe
We know
Black Ops
exactly
3?
when. We know, I mean, if anybody read the document, like it was in 2019 when they bought MLG, and then they said no licenses nowhere else.
We just need more big events. Look at CS. Like, look how hype CS is when there's a major tournament.
It's like that board game. I don't know the name of the board game. Anyway, let's move on. Anyway, look,
Hopefully for the better soon.
I can tell you this. OpTic, as always, will remain committed. You have my fucking word. This heart and this brain will always work on this thing that I've believed in since 2005 and what it can become. On our way there, we took a little bit of a side quest in this league. But in the end, I think that if everybody continues to put their passion in front the way that we have, that this thing does have legs. Absolutely. But I just don't like the frame. I don't like who are they talking to when they say that the viewership has like scaled? Like the only reason that happened was because of watch parties. And if that was the case, why not do it when we suggested that them to be allowed from the beginning of time? The worst thing that you could do is take the game away from the kids, right? And kids here, call them 13 all the way to fucking 44-year-olds like myself that love Call of Duty. Look at what MLG did. MLB. When Major League Baseball took away the right for young kids to create content around it, like you couldn't even post on Twitter before, like you couldn't even monetize on Twitter posting baseball games because they wanted everything to be on that app, on the BAMF app, right? Like they took it away from the people, and that's, where's that? That failed. Now it's back to normal shit. So like we're gonna be fine, but like let's not. We lost some footing here. We were set back a little bit here with this side quest.
5 years.
5 years of building, 5 years of creating, 5 years of innovating. What's crazy is that if those 5 years would have ran its course, this league now probably would work with those 5 years of work of building. We just did it too early. And I say we very, very loosely. Matt, bring us back to the fucking sheet. Anyway, I do appreciate everybody being here. If you guys have any questions, leave them. Any opinions, actually. If you guys have any questions or opinions, leave them in the description down below. We'll try to address them as best as we can. But look, don't feel upset that it's over, or sad that it happened.
Be happy it's over.
Yeah, something like that.
Be happy it's over in this one.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for episode number 170 of the OpTic Podcast. It's time to go on to the next iteration of the content here at OpTic. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.